Hi guys, so for today's video, I am showing you all some of my favorite go-to healthy recipes as a college student. This is what I make for lunch and dinner. Super easy to make. All these recipes take around like 30-ish minutes. The ingredients are cheap and they are so good. So super excited to share with you guys. I don't eat dairy and I'm mostly plant-based, so a lot of these recipes reflect that, except I do sometimes eat seafood, so there is some of that in there. But if you're looking to be more plant-based, these recipes should be great for you. If not, they still taste amazing though. So regardless, you should definitely go ahead and try them, especially in the new year if you are hoping to have a healthier diet. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And before we get started, if you are not already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and do that. I post new videos every single Saturday. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so one of my favorite super easy meals to make that I make for lunch or dinner, because honestly, like, it's so fast, takes like 20 minutes, but it is a naan pizza. So obviously everyone loves pizza, but it's hard to make at home, and if you're trying not to eat out, this is a good alternative to make it really fast. So all you need is some naan bread or pita bread, that works too. So I just get like these prepackaged ones at the store, and then you need sauce, cheese. I don't use cheese, but most people would use cheese probably. And then whatever kind of like veggies you want. I use a mix of like frozen and fresh stuff. Okay, so for the pizza I normally make, I start off by cooking up some frozen peppers, onions, and broccoli in a pan. I pretty much just heat it up. I don't season it or anything like that. Then I add in some cut up button mushrooms and cook those up as well. And then I'll take out one of my pieces of naan bread and I'll just spread some pizza sauce onto that. I prefer a heavy layer of pizza sauce, so I go pretty good on that. And after that, I'll just put on my veggies and add some fresh spinach. Of course, if you like cheese, this is where you would also add that. I also like to sprinkle on some oregano, and then I put it in the oven at about 420 degrees for roughly like 15 minutes until it's crispy. And that is how you make this pizza. Overall, this takes like 20 minutes to make, super easy and fast, and a great and healthy way to get your pizza craving. Okay, next up I have a super easy potato wedge / french fry recipe. It takes like 20-25 minutes to make. So good, and definitely a healthy alternative to french fries. So to make a single serving for this, you're going to want to just cut up half of a russet potato into potato wedge sized pieces. Spray them with some oil so the seasoning will stick, and then add some chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, a bunch of salt, and some pepper too. I also like to add seasoning salt sometimes. And then just use your hands to mix it all around, get all the seasoning evenly distributed, and then you can just put them in the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I like to have them with these Morningstar Vegetizer Veggie Buffalo wings, so when I'm making them about halfway through, I'll add the chicken nuggets in when there's about 10 minutes left, and then I'll continue cooking them until everything is all crispy and warmed up. And guys, these are so good. With the air fryer, the potato wedges get so crispy, and they taste just like french fries except with basically no oil. Okay, next up we have a cilantro lime dressing, which is great for salads. I'll make this in like bigger, not big batches, but like batches that'll last me like 3 to 4 servings, so then I can just easily make a salad and I have a great dressing to go with it. So to make this, you're going to want to chop up 6 tablespoons of cilantro, and you can just add this along with all the other ingredients in a little blender. Then add in half a cup of plain yogurt. I don't eat dairy, so I like to use the Forager cashew milk yogurt. You're also going to want to add 1 tablespoon of lime juice and half a tablespoon of olive oil, along with some salt and pepper to taste, just a little bit really. And then just go ahead and blend that all together. Now for the actual salad I like to eat this with, I usually do a base of romaine, then some cut up red onions, some cucumbers, cherry tomatoes. I also like to add corn and some chickpeas for protein, as well as a little bit of avocado for some healthy fats. And then I'll just add this dressing on top, and that's it. What I love about this dressing is it keeps in the fridge for probably about 5 days to a week, and you can really use it for any kind of salad. You can also use it as a dip, and it hardly has any oil in it, so it's super good for you. Okay guys, so the next recipe is probably one of my favorites. I make it like at least once a week. It is a spicy sriracha tofu recipe. I know what you're thinking, tofu is kind of gross, but I swear this is so good. I think this is the best way to make tofu, because honestly, on its own, tofu is pretty much tastes like nothing, but like this tastes so good. It takes a little bit to make, but like it's definitely worth it. And also all the ingredients are like so cheap and easy to get, so perfect for college students. After your tofu has been drained and prepped, you can then just cut it up into small pieces. I normally do just like these size cubes, because I find that when they're smaller, it's a little bit hard to manage when cooking. Then you can just add them to a big bowl and take some cornstarch. This is the key to getting them crispy, and just add a ton of that onto your tofu, and then just shake it around until it's all coated pretty evenly. Just keep adding more until they can all get covered pretty much. Next up, it is time to actually cook them. Now the key to this, I think, is to use a non-stick pan, spray it with some oil, and then add your tofu in one by one so each side is touching the pan. And then basically you're just going to want to let each side cook until it gets crispy, and then just keep flipping until you've literally cooked each side. A little tedious, but I found this is the best way to get it crispy. Now for the key ingredient, the sauce. So you're going to want to mix a teaspoon of garlic, a tablespoon of sriracha, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, although if you like it more spicy, you can do 2 tablespoons of sriracha and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Then add a tablespoon of honey and a tablespoon of rice vinegar and mix that all together. Then just pour that over your tofu and just mix that around until they're all coated pretty evenly. Make sure the heat is very low or off for this part so it doesn't burn too much, because the soy sauce does tend to smoke. And that is how you make my famous tofu. Anyway, I like to eat this with some broccoli, so I normally just cook some frozen broccoli in a pan with some garlic and then add some sriracha and soy sauce onto that. And then I'll just put that over top of some brown rice. Microwave rice has been my staple in college, so easy to make. So I'll just have some of that along with the tofu and the broccoli. I'll top it with some sesame seeds, and that is it. This is probably one of my favorite meals to make. It's so good for you. It does take a little bit of time to make, but it's so worth it, and definitely one of my favorite meals right now. Okay, next up I'm showing you guys a little pesto pasta recipe, except a little bit on the healthier side. Obviously, every college student loves pasta. I eat pasta a lot, but I do try to make it a little bit healthier and have some vegetables in it, so this is a great recipe for that. Avocado pesto that's vegan, and there's vegetables in it too, so you can get your veggies, and guys, it's so good. This recipe also makes a couple portions too, so another good thing. You can like make the beginning of the week and eat a couple times throughout the week, and it's kind of fire, so that's how you make it. In a blender, you're going to want to add 1 cup of fresh basil and 1 avocado. And then add a tablespoon of minced garlic, along with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a little bit of salt, and half a cup of water. Then just blend that all together, and that's how you make the pesto part. My favorite way to eat this is with some bonza pasta, which is basically like regular pasta, except it's made with chickpeas, so it has protein in it. I also like to cook up some cut up zucchini and broccoli along with some salt and pepper, and I'll just eat that all together. It's a great way to get my veggies in. And the pesto, guys, it is so good. You need to try it. This makes like 3 to 4 servings of pesto, so you can use it for a few meals. You can also put it on sandwiches, use it as a dip, use it as a salad dressing, although I have to say my favorite way is definitely with pasta. Okay guys, the next recipe I'm showing you all is how to make this super easy kind of poke bowl type thing. So basically it's like, if you're craving a poke bowl, you don't want to go buy it, you want to make something at home. This is like a more easy one to make at your house with just a lot more obtainable ingredients. So this is something I've been making lately, and this is how you make it. So you can really do this with whatever kind of toppings you want, but the way I like to do it is I'll cut up some red onion and also some cucumbers. And then I'll just microwave some brown rice. Like I said, microwave brown rice is really the way to go. I'll put that in a bowl along with some smoked salmon, some edamame, my cucumbers, the red onion, and then also cut up a little bit of avocado as well. Can't forget the avocado. And for the sauce, I'm using this shiitake ginger salad dressing, although I found that literally any kind of Asian type of salad dressing works really well on these DIY poke bowls. And that's it, super easy to make and very cost efficient. Hope you all enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I post new videos every single Saturday. I also have an Instagram and a TikTok with the Ella_Elbells, so be sure to follow me both of those, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!